Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and today we are back with another mukbang. Woo! We're getting married, okay? This is kind of pertinent to today's story, so just stay tuned for that. But first, let me show you guys what we have. We have this viral TikTok spaghetti recipe that looks absolutely insane. It looks like a long lasagna spaghetti. Do you like lasagna?
I do. I love lasagna.
You like lasagna? Oh, he makes really good spaghetti. Okay, now I'm actually really stressed about this. They don't even buy the canned sauce. They make the sauce from scratch. And he does a slow cooked spaghetti.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. I love that I've never tasted it and here I am. I'm like, it's the best spaghetti. And then we have some Cheesecake Factory, spicy Louisiana chicken pasta, spicy vodka pasta, a crazy burger. We've got honey chicken tenders with mashed potatoes, corn ribs. Have you tried corn ribs?
Nope.
Oh my god, these were viral on TikTok. They're so good. Tiramisu, a lemon cheesecake, and some cheeseburger egg rolls. But I just want to say, do you guys remember our New Year's resolutions goals that we set together? Do you feel called out already? Because same. I think I've already failed like half of my New Year's resolution goals. Not off to a great start. I don't know why I said that I was going to work out like every single day of my life when I don't really work out like that. But I was like, it's fine. It's a new year. It was very ambitious of me. Okay, very ambitious. I don't know what 2022 Stephanie had in her mind on December 31st, but she was losing it. Okay, I don't know her. So to make myself feel better, I am going to brag about the one goal that I have not failed and have actually been on a winning streak with, not just even this year, and it has nothing to do with me. It has more to do with the fact that Hellofresh makes it so easy to eat better. Actually, Andropa has a coworker who got Hellofresh because of him. And texted him and was like, I got Hellofresh.
Andrew out here be promoting.
I know.
The brand ambassador.
Free promo.
So what happened? Did your coworker saw you eating it?
Well, yeah, that happened, and then you know those little cards.
Oh yeah.
I just started giving them out, and
The
then
little discount card.
yeah.
Did you tell them code? What is it?
Code BIS65.
I might have forgot that part.
So Hellofresh, if you guys don't know, delivers fresh ingredients and easy recipes right to your door. It just takes the hassle out of mealtime, especially dinners. There's nothing for me that beats a home-cooked, warm dinner, and it makes me feel like I have my life together. It's also so delicious, and it's gotten even tastier. Hellofresh has now 40 weekly recipes to choose from, and we have been trying all sorts of new recipes every single week. You can do calorie smart, carb smart, veggie, family friendly, yes, picky eaters included. Oh, and there's also more than just 40 recipes, okay? Because you can swap proteins, you can customize sides, even add proteins to a veggie dish. It's super customizable. So once you get your chosen recipes, they get shipped to your door with pre-portioned ingredients and easy to follow recipes. You can get these delicious home-cooked meals on the table without the hassle of meal planning, without the hassle of grocery shopping, prepping, planning. HelloFresh even has recipes that are ready in 15 to 20 minutes. They're super yummy. Falafel power bowls, those are like my favorite. They're so freaking good. And on top of that, you can get yummy sides to be shipped with your meal kits. Plus, it's a great way for us to cut back on like the expensive takeout. It's easy, affordable, fast, but it tastes like restaurant quality. Make sure to check out HelloFresh.com and use code BIS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com and use code BIS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. And thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the food.
I'm gonna start with a bite of cheesecake.
Would you like tongs for anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna start with the spicy vodka pasta. This is new to the menu. I think I've tried it actually. I feel bad taking the shrimp.
Oh, can we try the
Yes.
crazy pasta
How?
with the?
Oh yeah.
Andrew, do you mind?
Do you want to go first?
Since you're over there. So this is a hack from TikTok that's supposed to be the best thing ever. Ooh, wait a minute.
It's kind of steamy. Okay, let me try, honey.
Thanks.
There's one.
Enjoy.
How is it?
Oh.
What?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, let me get the tongs.
Nope.
No what? What are you
No
trying to
BS.
say? No
It's actually
BS.
so good.
No cap, no BS. Oh, but do you know what Riz means?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Come
What
on,
do you
you gotta-
guess what Riz
Yeah.
means? R-I...
ZZ?
Yeah, R-I-Z-Z.
Riz. Like
Oh my god, so delicious.
poppin'?
Okay, kind of.
Try the
So,
pasta, y'all.
if I say he's got no Riz, what do you think that means?
No style? He's got no riz, no style?
No game.
No game. Okay. Never heard of that
Well,
one.
this pasta is to die for.
This is the world's creamiest pasta
It's
I've
so
ever
creamy.
had. Wow.
What the hell?
see here.
Wow.
Okay.
It's not
pretty
so
good.
good.
Wow. It's so creamy, I'm shocked. The
Try the
corn
corn
ribs.
ribs. When was the last time you had cheesecake?
Had to have been probably 6 months, a year. I don't know.
Was this your like homecoming or prom spot? Was this your date spot ever?
I don't think so.
Really? When I was in high school, this was like the fancy date spot.
Where do you take your dates?
Yeah, where do you take your dates? Where'd you take my sister?
If we're feeling, like we want to go out, we'll just pick a spot in Buckhead. If not that, usually keep it local.
Yeah.
What about back
It's
then?
easier.
Like when you were young.
like when you're really trying to lay on the Riz?
It's gotta be Buckhead, right?
Bucket.
Really?
Yeah.
You go to Buckhead?
Yeah.
We go to Olive Garden.
Look at
Yeah?
this guy.
Yes, Applebee's.
Applebee's. We actually did a lot of dates at Chili's.
That's the spot.
Because Chili's had a country fried steak that I had an obsession with.
Your sister just was introduced to country fried steak like recently? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
forgot
god.
where it was.
How does she not know country fried steak? With the freaking white creamy gravy?
Yeah. I forgot where, it was at the hospital. Yeah, hospital food's
Yeah.
not that good.
Yeah.
I got country fried steak, and then she got something else. And then, your sister ends up taking my food, because that's what always happens.
Yes.
They never made country fried steak after that first night. And then, she would send me to the cafeteria every day.
To check for country fried
Yes.
steak?
And I'd call her, hey, they don't have it.
Oh my god.
Literally,
that's so cute.
5 days in a row.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you buy some more after?
No. Because you gotta go to like home cooking places.
Yeah, like a very specific southern restaurant type of vibe.
Or Chili's?
Or Chili's. I'm gonna put a link in the description, but I asked you guys to send me your crazy wedding confession. So this is like the confession series, but make it wedding, because we are getting married this year in like a few months. So I want to know, what is there to predict? What do I need to be alert for? What might potentially happen to me?
Andrew, you want some more?
Yeah, let me just get a little bit.
Wow, you guys really like this spaghetti. Yeah, there's a lot of other yummy pasta too, no?
It's surprisingly so creamy.
It's the dedication, the focus.
Yeah, what do you think of wedding, Andrew?
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
Like having one.
Being a part of it or
Yeah.
or just going to a wedding?
You're the groom.
I could only speak on what I feel like I would, what I think I would feel. Probably very uncomfortable.
Same.
I'm not a spotlight type of guy.
Same here.
I could
Oh my
see
God.
you naturally just kind of
No, but this Stephanie also
I'm so
didn't
shy.
like it though.
nah.
She doesn't love that.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't like it. That's another big reason why we didn't want to do it for the longest time.
It's such a formal spotlight.
That's why we are
I don't
also
mind casual.
we are keeping it so intimate because we don't want freaking 100, 200 people that we don't even talk to sitting there watching you for hours.
Let's get into the wedding confessions, because I want to see how crazy you guys are getting and what could possibly go wrong. It's the most beautiful day of love, right? Of romance. I'm being sarcastic. You guys would never have a wedding? My sister's not a wedding person either. Seems like nobody in this family is.
Yeah.
Not a single person. This is my aunt's almost wedding story. So my aunt and her then fiance were planning their wedding with a wedding planner they hired. Somewhere along the way, her fiance ends up leaving my aunt for said wedding planner, and a few years later, those two ended up getting married. That's it. Let's say you're hiring a nanny. You know what this reminds me of? Let's say you're hiring a manny, okay? It's a man nanny. Would you everything about this person, so overly qualified. The best, your kids love him, amazing.
But he looks exactly like
Chris Evans.
no,
Chris
the
Hemsworth.
Korean K-pop.
Oh,
the K-drama.
The
dude.
K-drama dude that my sister calls Oppa, Vincenzo guy. He looks
Okay.
He
just
looks
like
exactly like him.
Nope.
him. Yeah.
Get out.
Why?
No, sir.
Really? Not even a chance? And then my sister's like, are you crazy? No, I would never look at him like that.
I don't know. I mean, of course I trust
You
her
can
and all
test
that,
it.
but you
don't
don't.
wanna
Why
test
test
that?
it?
Oh yeah.
And then there's gonna be moments where I'm at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Checking the
Like
cameras.
you guys, it might be a little different because you guys are like
Work from
left cheek,
home.
right cheek. all day, every day.
Wait, what?
Left cheek, right cheek.
Not by choice though.
Like, I can't think of a time I've seen you guys like away from each other.
Oh my god.
And there's just in between us.
Like even when y'all go to like, you know, the doctor or whatever, like I go to the doctor's office by myself, even if your sister's off.
I refuse. I don't even remember the last time I went to the store without dragging him there.
Yeah.
The nanny is young and looks like Beyonce, but she's the best. Would you try to convince my sister, or you'd be like, okay?
I think because it's a girl,
Yeah.
it ought to be your sister's choice. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's comfortable, then whatever. If she's not, then whatever.
I wonder if my sister's the type to be comfortable or no. I feel like my sister would be the type to be like, okay.
I think she would be comfortable up until the moment comes where she's at work and I'm off and the nanny's at the house. You know what I mean? It's like,
you know.
what are you doing? She'd be calling me like trying to check up on me. What are you doing?
Yeah, and then Andrew like developed a new hobby of.
He starts dressing nicer, doing his hair. He's like, I'm gonna hit the gym, babe. That's when you know. That's when you know.
Oh man.
Well, I've been talking to your sister about wanting to go to the gym, but
Really? Is she gonna go with you?
no.
Okay, are you guys ready for the next one? I was a bridesmaid at my ex-friend's wedding. We had a little sleepover to get everything ready for the next day, and she started to really open up to me. And I unfortunately began to realize that she was not the best person. But I still decided to be in her wedding because I'm not an asshole. We were taking the wedding photos the next day, and it was really sunny out, and the bottom part of her dress was really see-through. And she decided to wear the darkest underwear. It was like bright pink and juicy, like it said juicy, right?
The underwear says juicy on there.
In bright pink.
It says juicy on there.
I didn't know what to do. And when I eventually told her, her dad was right behind me and it was awkward. It gets 10 times worse because the only solution was for her to take them off, and her dad definitely knew that's what we decided to do. See, that's why I don't like wedding dresses. Why do they have to be white? What if I'm menstruating? You know what I mean?
Have you gone to a lot of weddings?
Oh yeah.
Really?
What's your favorite wedding? Like, what's your favorite kind of wedding?
Yeah, it was a best
Like,
wedding.
people get drunk?
No.
Open bars?
I hate long speech weddings where you're just sitting there. And one of my best friends, or I was a groom for one of my good
You were a
friends.
groom?
He was a
groomsman.
groomsman, yeah.
For one of my friends, and then it was an outside wedding and it was hot, and the pastor's just going on and on and on. The groom's dad was like, hurry up, like yeah, like cutting the pastor off, like hurry up, like.
Did pastor get the message or no?
Oh yeah, I think probably another minute or two and he was done.
Wow.
Do you think they're just like in their natural habitat? Like, okay, I gotta talk for 2 hours because that's the
No, it's a
Sunday
pastor. He's trying to get his message across. You know, like he's turning it into a sermon.
He's not getting paid by the hours.
I mean, he might be getting paid by the word count at this point because this is intense, yeah. Sophie's tour, we had a pastor there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I have religious trauma, so I was a little like, when my sister told me a pastor would be coming, I was like, he came and the man loved his speech. I'll give it to him. He was very enthusiastic about his speech, very into it, just very personable. It was a lot though.
Personable.
Yeah, and everyone was starving. I think if it happened after the food, we would have been a lot more content. But everyone was like, oh my god, my stomach is growling. But we're gonna do fast speeches. I was thinking I was gonna speed walk down the aisle anyway.
Just run, just like race.
Yeah.
Ready, set, go!
Yeah! Don't come for me in the comments. I'm debating. I don't think I want to do the whole I do part.
Isn't that the whole point?
No,
and then the kiss?
I want to give us our vows. I want to exchange vows for sure. But the I do, everyone says the same thing, and I just stand there going, I do.
Wait a minute. So you're uncomfortable with weddings, but you want to do a vow?
Yeah.
We want to say something to each other.
Before we get married.
Prefer to say it in private. Not
But then there would be no wedding.
You know,
So we
just gotta say something to each other, and that's it.
I feel like I'm uncomfortable to the point where I don't even know if I could do a vow. I'll just repeat after him and
just say I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Repeat after me.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping the wedding ceremony is over in like 10-15 minutes. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
15.
I'm kidding. Okay, this story is not mine, but my boyfriend's best friend attended the wedding. So it's an Eastern European wedding where we're from, and weddings are quite extravagant. People spend a lot of money on these weddings. It's commonly expected for every guest to bring money as a wedding gift, typically to cover the cost of the wedding. So yes, attending weddings in our country is an expensive and big ordeal. Like, you should be prepared to give at least 100 euros as a wedding gift per person. With the background out the way, the wedding actually went really well. Until the end. The groom asked everyone to look under their chairs for a surprise from the groom for the guest. It was a pretty little box. Everyone opened up their boxes, and inside was a picture of the bride blowing another guy.
What?
Turns out she had cheated on him. He found out, and this is how he decided to reveal her unfaithfulness. Grandparents were shocked. Other guests nervously laughed. The bride was in tears. The groom took the box with the wedding money gifts, probably around like 10,000 euros, and just left. To sum it up, this guy planned this all along after he found out about the betrayal and revealed it in the most shocking way possible at their wedding, took the gift money, and went home. You better believe my boyfriend's friend was telling everybody this story left and right.
Wow.
Is he the asshole?
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole, guys? Okay, I don't know. It's a little unhinged, but I'm here for it, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Because I guess if you were just cheated on and you just broke up.
Yeah, but then also it's like maybe the fact that she cheated on and went on to marry him now, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm curious how he even got that picture though.
Probably from the dude, maybe.
Well, you think they're just taking snaps of that? Like,
Maybe he took it. Yeah. Maybe the dude took it. Wow, 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 wow.
oh my god.
I don't know if I feel sorry for her or if I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Like,
This is kind of traumatic for everybody. Or even the grandparents that have to see that.
Yeah.
They did not sign up for any of this. Wow.
Wow.
maybe that was like her like, okay, before I get married, let me just get it out my system.
Oh my god. Do you believe in bachelorette
No.
parties?
Oh well, yeah.
Do you believe that there should be strippers?
Yeah, why not?
Do you believe they should get like a free pass for the last time?
No.
It's just, okay, so you're just...
There's limitations.
Just for hee hee ha ha.
Dude, if your sister went to a male strip club, whatever.
What if she made out with a stripper?
No, that's you can't cross the line now.
Okay. But like, what if he like put her hands on his abs?
Whatever.
But then what if she did that on a random Tuesday?
Nothing sexual. Okay, that's crossing the line.
Okay.
Strip
She's
clubs
just
is fine.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Strip clubs in Switzerland. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? All right, Stephanie, I got a bit of a juicy one for you today. The story starts out 3 years ago when I was 20 years old. This is when I started dating my now ex-boyfriend. He was 21 at the time. We met in college. He was your typical popular D1 star of the lacrosse team, golden boy. Dark black hair, bright blue eyes. He also spoke 3 languages, which I don't know about you, but that's like hot and shit. I played for the volleyball team, so I guess we kind of ran in the same circle of all the student athletes in my school. But up until my junior year and his senior year, we never really spoke to one another. But we both knew who each other were. I won't bore you with all the details, but long story short, we both went to this Halloween party. And by chance, I was dressed as an angel and he was dressed as a devil. This sparked a conversation between us, and we did not leave each other's hip that night. We both got wasted. Got absolutely hammered and blah, blah, blah. We end up having sex in one of the bedrooms of the guys whose house we were at. And you know the vibe. Watch me be like, I don't know the vibe. I'm just kidding. Okay. The day after, he asked me to get dinner with him. Rest is history. We ended up dating for 2 years. But when we had been dating for about a year and a half, I had this huge falling out with my deadbeat parents. They kicked me out of the house. I'd been wanting to move out for a long time, but student debt, you know, I didn't have the money to live on my own. My boyfriend lived about 2 hours away from me and had already gotten a steady job and gotten a new apartment, so I couldn't make him move away. So I reached out to him asking him if I could live with him for a while. He said yes, but he mentions that his dad was visiting from Italy for a while and he was staying with him. I had seen pictures of his dad, and let me tell you, I can see where my boyfriend got his looks from. Straight up sexy-ass Italian daddy. Anyway,
Man, where is this?
that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I digress. I didn't really have a choice at this point, or I would be without a home. So I packed up all my stuff, moved 2 hours away to live with my boyfriend and his hot dad. But this was going to be the first time I met his dad in person because he normally lives in Italy. Also pertinent to this information, his mom and dad are divorced and his dad is like as single as a Pringle. Blinky face. You may be wondering why I'm talking about his dad like this, and that's because my boyfriend is an absolute piece of shit. You'll soon see why. So moving in went super well. His dad was nice to me. He helped me move in all my boxes and made me feel welcome. So the next half a year goes by and I'm getting super along with both his dad, but my boyfriend starts to kind of become distant with me. We had never been like this when we were doing long distance, so I thought moving in together would make us even closer. I just assumed maybe he felt kind of weird because his dad was living with us, but that ended up not being the case. About 2 years into our relationship, I was applying for a few jobs in the area and I got the job that I really, really wanted. I was so excited. I ran home and I went to celebrate with my boyfriend. So I made it back home. By the way, his dad wasn't home because he had to run a few errands. I opened the door to our apartment and boom! I see a girl standing in the kitchen drinking a glass of water wearing nothing but my boyfriend's t-shirt. Yeah, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, ah! That's when my boyfriend of 2 years walked out of our bedroom butt-ass naked and he proceeded to say, well, I'm literally. Okay, sorry. I then screamed at him and her for the next 30 minutes as they both stayed completely silent. I stopped talking, breathing heavy, and then stayed silent but not saying anything for about a minute. I laughed through my tears and I walked straight out of the apartment and now I had no place to live for the second time. As I'm walking through the lobby of the apartment complex, I run into the one and only the Italian daddy. He instantly came over to me and asked why I was upset, and I told him what had happened. I told him everything, and I swear I saw pure rage in his eyes. I continued sobbing, and he hugged me so sincerely and held my head to his chest and just held me while I cried. Whoa, 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 whoa. He kept apologizing and saying how stupid his son was to cheat on someone like me. He told me to stay in the lobby and wait for him. He walked into the elevator, and I only assumed that he was going to the room to talk to his son about the situation. About 20 minutes later, he walks out of the elevator with 2 suitcases, one that was his and one that was mine. He told me that he couldn't stand to look at his son in the eyes because apparently his wife cheated on him multiple times. Wow. He told me that he would book me a hotel room until I could figure out my next living arrangement. Did I mention that his entire family is insanely rich? So the dad told me he would cover all the room expenses, and I started crying because this is hands down the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me. Not having a good father who ever treated me with love and kindness, this sort of protection from an older man was so foreign to me. But it meant so much. We stayed in the same hotel but in a different room. And again, I don't want to bore you with all the tiny details, but over the next few weeks, a casual platonic relationship between him and I quickly turned into lots and lots of sexual tension.
Are you okay, Andrew?
These are some wild stories.
Yeah, so wild. During this time, my boyfriend kept trying to reach out to me and his dad, but neither of us responded. And now New Year's rolls around and sexy dad asked me to go to a bar with him to ring in the new year. Long story short, we both got really drunk and ended up kissing at midnight. Oh my God, sound familiar? Our relationship only grew from there, and now we have been together for over a year. He moved from Italy to the US, and now we live together in our own apartment. My ex-boyfriend is aware of our relationship and has chosen not to reach out to us or even stay in contact with his own dad. So safe to say, revenge is as sweet as my sexy-ass Italian boyfriend. Hope you enjoyed this roller coaster of a story, and this sends a message to all the girls and guys out there that have been cheated on. If you're cheated on, just sleep with their dad. If a relationship comes out of it, all the better. Wait a minute, is this a wedding confession or not? Are you guys telling me you're getting married?
Wait, are these like your fans?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some of them live crazy lives. It was my wedding day. This is a new confession. It was my wedding day, and just as we were saying the vows, my fiance's mom got up and literally just starts bawling. She started screaming at me and crying over how I was using him for his money. I just want you to know, this man is literally broke. Everyone started yelling at her to sit down, so I think she got embarrassed and she attacked me. Let's just say the whole day was ruined. We didn't end up getting married, by the way, and she ended up attempting to unalive herself, and my ex-fiance got mad at her. That's all.
So it's like an unhinged mother-in-law.
Like, why get to that point though? How did you get to the point of marriage? You know, if there was all these mixed feelings. Yeah, mother-in-law.
No, maybe mother-in-law always is against it, but they keep going, right? But the mother-in-law always is feeling some type of way.
Yeah, but like to get to the wedding day and then not get married.
Yeah.
You know what
You're
I mean?
saying why was she trying to ruin it now?
Yeah, like
It's already too late, right?
Yeah. Or like, why even invite
either
the
it's too
mother-in-law?
late to stop it. Once you get to the wedding, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you just go, you just do it.
Maybe she's
like,
emotional. She's like seeing the sun up there and she's getting all emotional. Like,
Oh, during the vows.
yeah.
Has your mom ever been jealous of your girlfriends?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, your mom is so chill. She's so kind. That's so weird. I don't understand moms that are so weirdly protective over their sons. My colleague proposed to another girl at his ex-girlfriend's wedding. What? My colleague proposed to another girl at his ex-girlfriend's wedding right before the ceremony started.
Wait, say that one more time. Hold on.
We're all sitting here.
The trick question is,
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
girlfriend.
My colleague proposed to another girl at his ex-girlfriend's wedding. Okay, so they broke up and the ex-girlfriend's getting married.
And invited him
And then he proposed to somebody else.
as a revenge, I guess.
Yeah, right before the
okay.
ceremony. Oh, how do you guys feel about wedding day proposals?
Bruh, what is that?
It's somebody's wedding and someone gets down on one knee and proposes. Like at the party.
That's basically like a wedding crasher.
Okay, a wedding crasher. I agree.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. Is that common practice?
They probably just like are just vibing. You know, they're feeling themselves because of all the energy, and
The
they're
love.
like, you know what?
And then they pop out a ring. They pop a ring out of their butt. Like, here you go.
Well, no, okay, that's
Right?
Okay, that's planned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
freaking
planned.
planned.
That's premeditated right there.
Premeditated.
I don't know how I would react to that. Do we have anyone that needs to get engaged? At our wedding, imagine everyone just starts popping down.
Get engaged?
Yeah.
Sophie's the only one.
Oh, Sophie's the only one left. And my mom, if we can find her a hot Swiss boyfriend.
Oma is looking for a boyfriend, taking applications. So we've been like trying to find Oma a boyfriend, right? She's interested too. Someone similar age, plays golf,
Yes.
you know, humor.
It doesn't have to
Funny.
be rich. She said, has her own money. She said, I don't need money because I take it from my daughters anyway. So I don't need these men's money. So she said, yeah, golf, her age, funny, and good to look at. She says she's very, very, very superficial, needs someone handsome before she dies. The other day, me, Tiffany, and my fiance are upstairs, right? And we're just doing some stuff. And you know how every time a door opens, our monitors beep and alert us? Sometimes it beeps to verify that all the doors are closed. Like it just is like a maintenance beep, essentially. And so we hear this loud crashing boom coming from downstairs in the basement. And immediately after, a beep beep. So it's like, it feels like someone opened the door. Someone crashed in and opened the door.
Bro.
We run downstairs. I'm thinking, I need to grab a weapon on the way, right? We run downstairs. Mommy's in the gym, sitting on my Pilates reformer. Like this, posing like this. Like very just as if she
No,
just
her
sat
arms
down.
are like stretching out like
Yeah,
this.
her arms are like this. It's very weird. And she goes, oh my God, your Pilates, this foot bar fell down.
And then made a loud boom. So she's saying the boom probably triggered the sensor.
To
It
make
made
sure
a noise.
everything's closed.
And because she was sitting there so awkwardly,
Yeah.
with a weird pose, like looking at me, I'm like, okay, Oma.
So we
we
walk
were
up.
like, okay, let's just go. Let's just go upstairs.
Was she using the machine?
That's what she claimed. She
That's
was
what she
doing
claims.
Pilates, which I personally have never seen her done it.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably maybe her second time ever.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm like, okay, let's just go. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And then I went upstairs. I was like, okay, I feel like Oma probably
Snuck in a boyfriend. He says snook in a boyfriend. Yeah.
you
think
know,
about
from
it.
this back door.
Yeah.
And if we like open the closet door, you might see a
A Korean ajushi. In the closet door like this. Don't you think it's
So
weird?
yeah, we told her, and she's like, nah. She laughed.
Yeah.
She's like, nah. I wish.
She laughed. But I don't know if I
don't
believe
know.
her.
We should
I
check.
mean, don't y'all have like
Sensors and stuff.
no vision at every point?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
pretty much,
But
yeah.
we weren't looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think she's a little sus?
If you guys had your doubts, I feel like y'all would be like, you know what? Let me find out.
But I don't know if I want to
I have
see.
my
I
yeah.
don't know if I want to visually.
You don't want to know the truth?
Yeah, I don't
I
want to
don't
see a
know.
naked old Korean man standing in the club, holding their clothes. I really, yeah.
It was the most suspicious
awkward.
thing I've seen in so long. You have no idea. Just the way she looked. The way
It,
she
it
was
feels
sitting.
like it gives me the feeling
Yeah.
of parents walking into their kids' room.
Like she was doing something else and she just sat down on the reformer and she goes, I just was like, that's the vibe.
And that just reminds me of like the times that I was walking in, and also in the future, you're gonna walk into your Sophie, and she's like, huh? No one's here.
No one's here, Dad.
Okay, what do? You have your suspicion, and she's
open the
like
closet?
awkwardly standing.
How old is she?
16.
Yeah, 16.
16.
That's when they start sneaking in, sneaking out.
Probably.
Do you check the closet? Do you check under the bed?
No.
You don't?
That's how you ruin relationships, I feel like.
So I was home one time.
I mean, 16, man, she's gonna like claw back at me. You gotta.
So you just pretend. If you see a random car parked in front of your house when you get home from work, an extra car.
No. I mean,
so you will never check.
Are you gonna have open door policy? If a boy is over, the door has to be open for her bedroom.
I don't know. I really don't. I don't want to think about that. I really don't.
What if you catch her sneaking out? Okay, you don't catch her.
I don't think I'm gonna have that. I mean,
you don't think you're Sophie ever gonna sneak out?
Like I said, it all depends on how old she is.
16.
I think there's then I'm not even gonna let her sneak. I'm gonna be like, where are you going? Just go.
Bro, she's gonna wait for you to fall asleep and sneak out. Like that's all we did. All of us did that.
No, what I'm saying is I'm gonna be like, you don't have to sneak out. Just walk out the damn front door. Like, just let me know where you're gonna be.
Okay, she's like, Dad, I'm gonna be with this guy that you've heard so many rumors about.
But actually, he's very sweet. Yeah. He treats me nice.
All those drugs are just a distraction.
See, that's if it's one thing that I'm going to wish upon her. She can party, she can do all that stuff. Just drugs.
No drugs.
Stay away from drugs.
No.
Don't smoke. Stay away from drugs. Come home late, whatever. If you're healthy and you're wise, then I can trust, you make the right decisions. So.
I'll be so stressed. I'll be laying in bed watching the cameras like, honey, she's out by the second window. She's trying to get out right now. Oh my God.
What do we do?
What do we do?
Do we tackle her down?
Like she's trying to jump out the window?
Yeah.
No, I go in there and be like, just go out the front door.
What are you doing? You see on your cameras, she's got like a bed sheet thrown out. And you're like,
You trying to break your legs? Like,
and then you see Andrew down there. Hey, here, I got you.
I got you. Got you. Come here, Sophie.
I don't know. I say all this right now, but who knows? How it's gonna be 16 years from now.
Listen, I just had this conversation with my sister where I said, I'm so sorry, sister, but I'm going to betray you from now on. When Sophie becomes 16 and she wants a cool aunt, she gets wasted, shows up at my doorstep. I'm not gonna tell you. And my sister was so upset. She was like, how are you not going to tell me? And I said, because if I tell you and you tell Sophie, Sophie's never going to come to me. Would you rather her go somewhere else and not me?
See, I feel like it's a problem that she can't tell her parents.
No, but sometimes your parents...
But what do you mean? You always are intimidated by your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that I think that's a problem.
Yeah,
I think
That's
there's
true.
So you want that really
Real
friendly relationship.
Everything that she does in her life is not going to make me happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a parent, I have to understand that, right? But I have to be she's going to be a teenager. She's going to be, she's going to grow up. Yeah. It's not like I haven't been there. At least I should know about it, though.
So you think Sophie or Mia is going to be worse?
Mia. I think Mia's going to be worse.
What?
Worse in terms of what?
Crazy. Trouble.
She's already kind of crazy. Sophie was easy.
What?
Mia's a little wild.
I feel like Sophie's going to be crazy.
Really?
Oh, I got a vibe. This one I will gladly call Bad Hair Day. Scratch that, underdressed. That doesn't seem right either. This story will be called I Accidentally Ruined My Aunt's Wedding by Burning Both Her and Her Dress. Ooh. So the story starts with me at a super young age, and I was kind of stupid. Stupid in ways unimaginable. I was the type to throw boogers at people, bite off my toenails, and give them to my friends.
What? Sounds like Stephanie.
Here's my toenail I just bit off. Here you go.
No.
Will you be my boyfriend?
This is really nasty.
You want to eat some snacks from my nose?
Sometimes I pick my ear with an ear picker, and I get a really big ear booger.
And she collects them.
No, and I show him. I go, look.
Why is that nasty?
It's so big.
It's not I think everyone does it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You want a big piece of ear boogers.
So anyways, teachers would constantly give me those looks of, your siblings were so cool, so smart, and so normal. What happened to you? This always pissed me off and usually resulted in a giant temper tantrum that got me suspended. But I will leave that for another time. Back to the story. Basically, my aunt was marrying this really rich guy who seemed way too old for her. Yikes. And they invited their wedding, which was going to be held in Fiji. And our family was large. I'm talking 9 children. My aunt and her fiance paid for our flights to Fiji. We were in first class, causing absolute chaos, while my parents were making the most of the alcohol on the plane. When we land, we went through customs and all and met with my aunt and her fiance outside. The resort we were staying at was a 2-hour drive from the airport, so we stopped in a few places to get water and snacks before starting our trek to the resort. All went smoothly, and we arrived there in just over 2 hours, settled in, hung out with my aunt. We made the most of the unlimited foods and drink. The wedding was 2 days away, and we all decided to have a super peaceful 2 days. The day of the wedding. Dun, dun, dun. This is where things get juicy. Basically, the morning went smooth, getting ready and all. The wedding ceremony was going to be held at sunset, and indeed it was. We all sat in our seats, and I watched as my uncle and my new uncle and my aunt practically had lip and hand sex for a bit way too long than a wedding kiss should last for. After, we all changed and headed to another venue for the cake and food, which I was the most excited for. Everyone did their speeches. My mom sat there in tears. A part of me thinks she was jealous. My parents didn't have a proper wedding. They didn't even have wedding rings. It was solely because they couldn't afford it. Anyways, once all the speeches were done, we ate. My curious self had to see the cake up close and personal. I stood within breathing distance of the cake. And all of a freaking sudden, I tripped over thin air. I fell onto the table. It slowly tips over. The cake's weight pulling it along. And before you knew it, cake was on the floor. I was in tears. My mom was in tears. It seemed as if I couldn't do anything right. I received the same looks that I got from my teachers, but from my own family, and I ran off in tears. Over to the dance floor where my aunt was standing. My initial aim was to go outside. That didn't happen. You see, as I was running, I may have knocked over a few of those fire torches, which landed on my poor aunt's dress. It got onto both her veil, her crown. While I continued to run to the exit,
Those seem very flammable too.
yeah, very flammable, and
like-
it's hard to get out of.
Yeah. Oh.
It's very hard to get out of.
No.
I now sat outside trying to talk to the ocean because Moana did that, ignoring the screams from inside the wedding. The venue staff quickly put out the fire, but it was too late. My aunt's dress was ruined. Consequently, she lost most of the hair on her head that day. Oh no, I can't laugh. And suffered burns. Now she wears wigs, and I pride myself in buying her them because of the guilt I have from turning her into a female version of Deadpool.
No way.
On the bright side, her husband died of a heart attack and left all his money to her. She now has a boyfriend she seems to like, so yeah, the end.
Wow.
Wow. Sometimes these people are just really unlucky in life.
Yeah.
Like just everything they touch just turns to disaster. Can you think of anyone?
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
That was like one
But there
thing
are
that-
people like that in life. Just anything they touches just turn into a disaster.
Yeah, stay away.
I thought that I was that person too growing up.
Oh, him and me. You have a little bit of that.
I always get punished.
This one time, he threw Mingo's ball. This is like after in the beginning of our relationship, we used to get into so many fights because he's so careless. That's how I feel. He's so careless. Like, think more, right?
It's not careless. Like look at like sometimes you just feel you just want to do something. You have the urge to do something.
Do what?
Like throw a ball, for example.
She didn't do anything.
Who?
The story.
She did. She was looking at the cake and then she ran.
Oh, I guess she wanted to see it up close and personal.
Yeah, but like it's not like she planned to create a disaster. Like for me, like I threw a ball. I wasn't.
So he threw Mingo's ball. This was the most unlucky shit I've ever seen in my life. He threw the ball. It like bounced off the wall, hit a burning 3-wick candle that I had been burning for a while. Bounced off the wall, hit the candle, throwing it onto the ground. Shattered candle wax everywhere.
And they
glass
hardened
everywhere.
instantly.
Yes, and the candle wax hardened. We had to get
So
credit
there's like
cards.
little ones everywhere, like splashed all on the
It
floor.
took the whole night to get rid of all the wax.
Yeah.
I've done that. Well, I didn't throw a ball.
What'd you throw?
You knocked it over.
No, I blew it.
You blew the candle off
and
the table.
wax?
I don't know what I was thinking, but like, you know, it was burning for a while and it's liquid. And And then I was trying to get it out. So I went, right? The wax just goes all over my wall.
Oh my God.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not once, I did it twice.
Oh my God. And
How much strength do you have?
It takes more force to blow out the candle than it does to get the wax all over the place.
And then there's one time when I was young,
Yeah.
like I was trying to throw a blanket at Tiffany. I don't know why. Like she's like literally the distance between me and you, like maybe double the distance. So here, imagine I have a little small blanket. I want to give it to her. Instead of handing it to her, I decided to throw it. And then like there's a table kind of like off to the side. And then there's plates and on there. And then the blanket caught on one of the plate, dragged the whole tablecloth on the ground, basically, and then it's like plates smashing, food spilling everywhere. It's like the biggest commotion.
Was this in China?
Yeah, this is in China.
Oh.
So what happened to you?
So that's why you got beat
you
up.
know. Exactly why I got beaten, yes. But it's like, wow, I'm so unlucky.
But you know what? Maybe you're unlucky in the beginning and you're saving up all your good luck. After putting my wedding dress on and looking at my... Wait. Yeah. Okay, we're just getting balls into this story. After putting my wedding dress on and looking at myself in the mirror, I started to feel cold feet. I had a suspicion that my best friend, who's a male, had a crush on me, and I secretly had feelings for him. As more wedding guests were arriving and I was freaking out even more, I texted my best friend and told him if he wanted me to run away with him, I would. No response. So my friends literally dragged me out of the room to my father and proceeded with the wedding. A year later, my best friend confessed to me that he had been in love with me and for some time, and he was crushed the day of my wedding, and I began to cry. At that point, my feelings had grown stronger, and I was also in love with him. I asked him why he didn't reply to my message the day of my wedding, and he said he thought it was a joke. We remained friends for a couple of months, and he ended up ghosting me, and I was heartbroken. Months later, I found out that he got a girl pregnant, and now my husband and I are expecting our first child. I still think about him, and I have dreams about him. I wish him and his new family nothing but the best, but I still wonder what would have happened if we ran away together. Whoa. Okay, she said, sorry if my story wasn't juicy. I love you. I've been watching you since you lived in Beverly Hills with that crazy neighbor who always asked for favors. Bro, that neighbor traumatized me a little bit.
So it's like the one that got away type of feeling, no?
Okay. Hey, Bis, I love you guys. Anyway, let's get to the story. I have a friend named Jenny. No, Dan, not Blackpink. Oh, no, Dan's not here. And her and her fiance, Jenny and Louis wanted to get married in Alaska, so that's where the wedding was. On the day of the wedding, I found out that Louis was cheating on her with her mom because I walked in on it.
Louis cheating
on Jenny with Jenny's mom. What's up with these parents?
Whoa.
What's up with these parents? I didn't want to ruin the wedding, so I asked my mom what I should do. My mother then told me to tell Jenny, so I did. I just want to say, I was always going to tell her, but it was literally the wedding day, so the pressure was on. I told Jenny, and she said she knew. Apparently in her family, it's a tradition for the groom to have sex with the mother so she can see if he's good enough.
Bruh.
I don't even have a response to that.
It's tradition. We have no right to tell another person what their traditions can or can't be.
That's true. I mean, I guess it's not illegal, so you can't really tell them they can't do that.
Okay.
Because everyone's over age and it's consensual. I could never look at the same after that. I don't know, but it's weird to me and everyone else that's not in her family. The wedding was beautiful, but it kind of definitely ruined my mood. Anyway, I just want to say that I got permission from Jenny to say this, and I want to thank everything you've done for me. I've been watching you religiously for the past 3 years, and I get so happy when you like my comments because I'm always early, lol. Steph-fiance, keep her safe. I love all your family too, and I wish you guys nothing but a happy and healthy life. XOXO. Wait, I love you too, but you cannot just bring this story on me and then be like, anyway, I love you.
Yeah, I would like to know what other traditions do they hold.
Yeah, because these are some crazy ones.
You know what I mean? What about the does the father need to...
Oh.
Well, these are some fascinating traditions.
How do you know if somebody just made that up? And how did that conversation go?
Yeah.
Like,
You
by
should-
the way,
yeah.
we're dating, just so you know. The day we get married, my mom is waiting for you
Yeah.
in the room, okay?
Or what if it's like the mom that was like, hey, sweetie, this is tradition, okay? We've been doing it for ages. We never told you about it, but I need to f your husband.
Yeah. Like the mother then gets pregnant and like.
Oh my god, imagine the mother gets pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
It's gotta have been started in like a weird way. It's gotta have been a mom who was attracted to the son-in-law and was like, you know what? Someone walks in.
Yeah, and then they got caught.
They're like, it's tradition.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you guys believe what's the tradition where back in the day, the kings and the queens or whatever, everyone had to watch them have sex after their wedding night?
Who watches?
Everyone.
Everyone who?
Like families, people of the high courts, they would stand around the bed. But I believe it was like in the not medieval times.
I know they carry them like
Yeah.
after the ceremony and all that. They were like carrying.
And there's like, sometimes there's curtains around the bed, like a canopy, and you gotta watch. Yeah. That's a weird tradition, yeah. I'm gonna keep this brief and I'll skip on many details. One time I was going to my cousin's wedding and I was wearing an off-white pinkish dress. When the bride and the groom were doing their performance of saying the vows and stuff, I was eating a pumpkin pie. Context: I'm allergic to pumpkins. Anyway, fast forward to the after party and I let out the biggest fart anyone has ever heard. Obviously, I'm embarrassed, but no one really heard other than the people around me who were my friends. So we just laughed about it. Later on, I see people staring at me and I don't know why. After I get back home,
Oh no.
I take off my dress.
What, Andrew?
I feel like she shit herself.
What?
And I see the biggest stain on the I called my friends and I'm telling them, why did you tell me about my dress? And they all said they were too embarrassed to say anything. So they just
my
walked
God.
away without me the rest of the night.
Well,
Saying-
come on now. Like,
Yeah.
that had to have been. Like, farts vanish over time, right?
Yeah, like you couldn't smell it.
Oh my god.
You couldn't smell it.
That reminds me of your
Your armpit.
your.
Oh my god! That was pretty bad. Guys, what a show this was. I don't know. You guys are making me really stressed about this wedding, but thankfully, I'm gonna make sure everybody has Tums, nobody's sharding. I gotta make sure nobody's setting me on fire. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out HelloFresh, linked in the description, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.